save. I am your dungeon master for this evening. My name is Mateo, and we have our lovely players here. We are all from the University of Waterloo. So let's get started with introductions. So, Rose, why don't you go first?
Hi, my name is Rose, she, her. I will be playing Sunspot Moon, known as Suni, who is he, him.
Nice. We'll lead.
All right, I'm Walid Pervez, he, him, and I'll be playing Aiton, who's a shadow magic sorcerer, and he's an half elf. Yeah, and he's also he, him.
Rye.
Hey, nice to meet you guys. I'm Ray. I will be playing Basil Ravenwale, a druid, half elf, who is slowly discovering certain things about himself now. um, yeah, great. Looking forward to playing with everyone here.
And Cal.
Hi, I'm Cal. I am playing Save Ravenvale, who is the twin of Basil, and I am also a half elf, and I am a death cleric.
Nice.
Oh, I'm a warlock. I didn't say that, but I am a warlock.
Sure. So, yeah, so this adventure begins in an inn in Waterdeep, within the illustrious Castle Ward. And you all received a letter from a certain someone at the inn. And you all know this person, so he's your contact. But he told you that he's going to show you to someone else. He knows someone who needs help, and they're looking for a job, and that you would get paid not only in gold, but in something else, either recognition or some kind of information that will really help you guys in the future. So, now how are we gonna? Who's gonna be first to enter? You guys want to discuss?
Sure, I could go
I'm not-
first, I'll be
Yeah,
the
go
guy
ahead.
who would, be there, like half an hour early. I don't know why I'd be there, but.
All right. So let's imagine that the camera kind of, pans over the yawning portal, and this is what you guys see. There's a vast, busy tap room filled with the sounds and sights of various fat nobles and scruffy patrons drinking and singing and dancing away at the sound of a lively band in the far corner. And a part of that lively band, there's this one guy in particular who has sort of blonde hair, and he's playing a lute. What's peculiar about this lute is that it only has 3 strings on it.
Ooh.
And at the center of the room, like kind of engulfing the frame, is a 40-foot diameter open well. Its presence bold yet inviting. And the patrons actually seem to pay no heed to the well. But there's also a minotaur that's operating its crane. But still, the patrons just keep to themselves. They're not really gawking at it. Yeah. And right next to the well, as well, I should add, is is a lady who looks to be Chultan in appearance. She's wearing a bunch of like different shiny objects, and she like right beside her is like this towering like camel. She looks to be very foreign.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, the way that I would I guess, enter the tavern. So I'll basically be kind of like ragged. So think of a person who's like from the poor areas of Waterdeep. He'll have like dusty clothes. Like it's been unwashed for like at least like a week. He's like very scrawny. He hasn't. I feel like he eats, but he hasn't. If you saw him, you'd be like, oh, he hasn't eaten for like days, and he has like dust suit, and he opens the door, and like as he opens the door, he's like looking at his paper and he's trying to understand what's written in there. I mean, he can definitely read. Ethan can read, but he's not like that good at reading. uh, and he reads that, and he's a bit like confused. At the same time, he's like, I should think about this. I should you know like follow this letter. And then takes the letter and crushes it and stuffs it in its pocket, and then goes to tries to look for Jalister Silvermane in the yawning portal.
So you kind of survey the area. There's a lot of patrons in here. I'd like you to make a perception check. First roll of the day. Woo! Okay.
All right. Just let me get my dices out. Perception. Oh, that's not great. Ugh.
There's just a sea of bodies in here. And what's obscuring your view even further is that there's kind of like this sort of heavy fog of smoke, really, that's just engulfing the whole tavern.
I got an 11, but that's like a 10, so it's a 10.
Okay, yeah, even a 10, you can make out a semi-half table. I'm saying semi-half because there's only one person at the table. But you think you see Jalister, and this is what he looks like, actually. I'll show you what he looks like. Can you guys see? Oh my. This guy right here. You see him?
He looks...
Yes. Okay. And he looks to be very pouty, very, I guess, someone who you would expect to keep to themselves and not want to talk to others. But yet his presence seems very inviting to you as well, because you think he might open up to have a drink.
I see. How's he looking right now? Like, what is he exactly doing? Like,
he's sitting silently, surveying the tavern, looking every which way, very slowly, with his eyes like almost like very reflective and like watery.
right.
And it's like, have you ever like? So you've seen like someone cry before, yeah, but like someone trying to hold in their tears, like their chin gets like super scrunchy. That's what he looks like.
I see.
Yeah.
Like, for a second, Ethan smiles because he wanted to pull a prank, but seeing that his friend Jalister it's kind of sad. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna go approach him and like tap on his shoulder. Hey friend, it's me, Ethan.
And he just like swiftly just turns around. And you can see that like as he's like blinking at you, like there's tears actually streaming down his face. And he like starts to rub them away as he says, "Oh, hello, Ethan."
Yes, that's me. You sent me a letter to be here.
Oh, yes. Won't you sit down?
Sure, I can sit down, definitely. Why the teary eyes?
Oh, well, and you see his gaze start to like drift away from you as he starts to become lost in thought.
Did you get rejected by someone?
No, I would rather not talk about it. I'm sorry.
Sensitive topic, I see.
All
right.
And as this occurs, someone else enters the tavern. Who will it be next?
I guess
I can go. You guys all hear like the blare of trumpets, and I come waltzing into this tavern. Lovies, it's me. Oh my goodness, it's so funny to see you all here. I'm like a black tabby type of cat, buff, like absolutely ripped to the absolute teeth. And because I'm like 4'11", short king, okay? My sword is like dragging on the floor behind me, and I'm wearing nothing. Okay? Just fully out. I've got like an open shirt that I've tied in the front the way that girls do when they go to the beach. And I have boots that I swear are not heeled, but they do have 3 inches. And they're for riding, okay? They're for riding. Oh my goodness, lovies! Yes, you can all have autographs, of course. You know, if you want to hear about my latest exploits, I'll be over at that table. And I take a look around the bar. Can I see Jalister?
As you take a look around the bar, you see just like one lady in particular, like she kind of looks crazy-eyed as she stares like right at you, and her pupils like dilate as she goes, "Ah!"
I know, but please keep your panties on, okay? Lovey, this time.
Yeah, and she says, "It's Suni! It's Suni!" And
That's right.
everyone starts to cheer and clap. As
I
they
take
all,
a sweeping bow.
Where
Yeah.
am I when I see this thing? Like, is it like in front of me, or is it like somewhere behind?
So you're somewhere in the in the corner of the tavern. You are like, so the well would be like, if you're standing at the door, like at the entrance, the well would be to your left, like sort of engulfing the middle of the room, and you're just across from the entrance.
So
at a
it'd be
table
kind of
there.
like behind me, right? Or
Yeah.
technically,
Yeah, or
I look
in front,
behind
really.
and
Yeah.
I see commotion. I'll be like, Jalister, what is all this commotion?
Oh, well, that's one of our adventurers. That,
Adventurous?
well, he's going to be joining us.
Oh, interesting.
Do I see them? Can I, like, go up to them?
Yeah, you see them.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach Jalister, still so loud. Oh, Jalister, my old chum. Oh, I love you. You're so just mwah. The sad boy era is really working for you. I have to say. And you know, I hope you didn't want discretion for this. And now I get really quiet. I could be discreet if you needed me to be, but I just want you to know that I think this is gonna be so much fun. Don't you guys think so? I say to the entire bar. I'm trying to get them riled up for my next adventure.
Yes, and they cheer and they go huzzah with their tankards like up.
So who's buying me a drink?
Just someone like within the sea of people just says, "I will."
Amazing. What a loving.
I'm gonna look at Jalister and be like, who's this person? I've never seen this person before. And out of all the people, all the adventures you could choose, you chose the most
Yeah, I'm
popular
not
one.
even looking at Aiton because he's scrawny and dirty and unwashed. And I would never look at that. Oh my god, gross.
Oh
So I'm
my
just
god.
like looking over Aiton to talk to Jalister, absolutely not acknowledging Aiton at all.
And Suni, well, so Jalister kind of like taps your shoulder, and he says, Suni, it's great to see you.
I love you, Jalister. You're such a fun guy. Truly, I know nobody says that about you. And you're right to not say it, but you're so fun. You really are. They just have to get to know you, you know? That's how I feel about it, at least.
Yeah, as you say that, he begins to drift away again and start to wallow in his own self-misery once more.
Jalister, you cannot dissociate while you're talking to me. We've had this conversation, okay? Eyes up here. Thank you.
Yeah, and he says,
he's looking like straight down. I am so much shorter than he is.
I'm so confused right now. Like I'll be like looking here and there, just trying to like someone save me.
and he says, and he goes like he motions towards you, Ethan, and he says, well, this is Sunny Moon, a celebrity.
Oh, charmed. And I'm gonna grab a handkerchief from my pocket and put it over my hand to offer it to Aiton.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
It's lovely to meet you.
Instead of like, so I'm gonna like cast Mage Hand and use my Mage Hand to shake hands with her.
Amazing.
Yes.
Sumi shakes your hand and then goes, "You can keep that, darling. I don't even think I want it anymore. Thanks."
Jalister says, "Oh dear, am I sensing some animosity?"
No, of course not. It's just, his whole vibe. It's so much. I wouldn't want to take any of it with me,
Oh.
On my own.
I have nothing
Bonnie?
much to say.
So he just calls out for like this name, and as this happens, someone else walks in. So who will it be now?
Actually,
we go in together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sage and,
Awesome.
Yeah. I guess Sage, you can walk ahead with Basil will follow behind you.
I swear the last time we were here, it was not this busy. I swear to you, it wasn't. Okay, no,
So-
don't let go of me, please.
I'm just holding on to Sage's hand. It's so loud and crowded here. What's got them all riled up?
I have no idea. We're searching for the source of whoever is making like the commotion, which I'm guessing is going to be soon.
Yes. Are you very obvious to spot, Suni?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
I'm still like heralding the masses.
Okay.
I'm signing autographs. Nobody's asking me to. I just am. And
Yeah,
like
they all flock
I'm,
to
you know,
you.
I'm holding the babies.
Yeah.
Are there babies in a pub? I hope so.
Yeah, some
Um,
people bring them up to you to like kiss them.
I give them a little kiss. I
Yeah.
go, oh, they're gonna grow into beautiful adventurers. Just give it some time.
Let's try to avoid the tabaxi with her. Don't want
Yeah.
too much tension.
Yeah,
From
but
the
I
girl.
think Jalister's also over there.
Yeah, you see him like in the corner, just like shyly putting up his hand and motioning towards you.
Yeah, no, Basil,
Oh.
we have to go over there.
Darn it! I'm clutching this book on my arm, and my other hand holding onto Sage. I guess we have to go there.
Sage is like
Let's-
actively just pushing through people, like not trying to
Yes.
weave through the crowd, like actively pushing people away.
Yeah. Okay.
Leave me alone.
All right. And as you like push someone over, you hear a shout. You pig! You like killing me mates, does ye? Then you see like the crowd sort of disperse, and you see two people inside the ring. Like there's a 7-foot tall half orc, and he's being hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human whose shaved head is covered with eye-shaped tattoos. And 4 other humans actually begin to stand behind him and form up like super quickly, and they seem to be ready to jump into the fray. But the crack orc, the crack orc, the half orc cracks her knuckles. And then she roars, and she leaps at the tattooed figure. Before you can see, like, if blood is drawn, like the crowd just begins to like cluster around again, like even more people this time. And what do? Like you're basically at the edge of this crowd.
Darn it.
Oh,
Cal.
Again? Why does this
Yeah.
happen every time we show up?
tell Chalice to meet in the library next time. These pubs really aren't a great.
No, there's
Just
so
shift-
many people.
Let's quickly shift.
Do I also notice the?
Yes, you do.
I think
Absolutely.
I'm gonna stand on the table and direct more attention to it. I'm gonna go, oh look, more adventure, even in your own backyard. Watch that, fellas.
Oh no.
Okay, nice. Yeah, now that you're like putting more attention on this, they kind of just like both the two people like inside kind of just like look around awkwardly for a moment before they start like getting at each other. Do you guys decide to join the fray, or are you content staying back?
Basil,
Yeah,
should
you
I
can-
try to separate them? Is that a good idea, do you think?
Oh yes, I should mention. Remember Ethan, like the friend that we talked about, like from a certain faction. She's the person. She's the half orc. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, that's your friend.
Oh,
Yes, you recognize her. Her name is Yagra Stonefist, and I'll actually
Oh.
give you another illustration.
Ooh.
oh, she's a friend from the faction I'm thinking about, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, I'll
Nice.
keep that in mind. But before I go to her exactly, I'm gonna like I remember Jalister inviting Bonnie, right? Is that not right?
Yeah. You remember Jalister? Yes, inviting Bonnie, calling for Bonnie to come over, but
And
yeah.
she hasn't appeared yet.
No.
And I guess I look at Jalister. So I guess you invited us here, so the food is free, right?
Why not?
Sure, all right. Can you order me like 2 omelets and then a pancake? And then I want some
What?
extra dessert.
And he like leans in with his ear like open.
All right, see ya. And just leave.
Okay.
And just
All right.
head to Yarga, basically.
Oh,
Sage,
okay, Yagra. Okay, so you head towards her. Okay.
Sage, I think you should help
Um,
out. I say
should.
too.
You think I should step in? You think that's
Yeah.
a good idea?
Yeah,
is that-
it looks like the bald man is actually swinging a few punches, but it seems like this woman, this half orc, is fighting much harder.
Can I basically go and try to step in the middle of them And like
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
I want to push through the crowd.
Yes. Okay. Let's roll initiative. And
Alrighty.
see how this all
okay.
plays out.
Oh god.
Oh no. Let us go.
Okay. So, I'm gonna ask for. Right, hold on a sec. And this one, okay. And okay, so let's get Sage's initiative roll.
Nice even 10.
Okay. Sage is 10. Basil?
18.
Okay. Suni?
I rolled a 19 plus one, sorry, so I got a 20, but I don't actually intend to fight
Okay.
yet.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you want to just delay your turn? Well, I'll ask you later.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to delay my initiative or if you wanted me to just wait until I was ready and then roll initiative.
Sure, yeah. And then we'll get Ethan.
I got a 14.
14? Okay. So yeah, Suni, it looks like you're first. Do you want to just delay your turn until something happens, or like what are you looking for?
I mean, I'm looking to like get a good crowd going, make sure that they're all like I'm gonna get up on a table and really like sort of narrate a fight almost like when they get a good hit and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, look at that. That is
Oh, okay.
impeccable form on our half orc. Like that kind of thing. And then when like let me know when I start to think that the like whichever side is losing,
Uh-huh.
let me know when they start to get down to like low hit points, and then I'm gonna start to step in.
Okay. Well, actually, you believe like there has been some fighting on like going on already. The man seems to be pretty low on hit points.
Already? Okay.
Yes, already. Yes.
So like I could step in now. Okay. Then
Yeah,
I
if you
will
want to.
step in. I'm gonna go, oh my god, this is so exciting, but I do want to have like a quiet drink. So, and then I'm gonna bonus action hex that man.
Okay.
So and then I'm immediately going to try and hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, sure.
That is I make an attack.
Yeah. He seems to be right now in like a chokehold. Like the lady's currently chokeholding him.
It does a 16 hit.
A 16 does hit. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna knock out some of this damage here.
You've got repelling blast as well, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll get that at level 2.
Oh, you get it at level 2.
Yeah, so it's just 1d10 of force damage.
Okay.
So that is a 6, and then I believe I get to add a 1d6 of necrotic damage as well.
All right.
So he gets 6 force damage and then 6 necrotic damage.
Okay. How?
Let me know if he drops to 0.
Yes. Yeah. He has dropped to 0.
Okay, so then hold on. Okay, so next turn I can, without using like anything, I can just redirect it onto another person.
You can redirect your hex onto another person next turn using your bonus action. Yeah.
Okay, and he's dead?
Do you want him to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I go, oh my god, guys, this is so much fun. Oh, that's gonna be a good death. One for the papers, don't you think?
Well, the death is going to be a little bit more gruesome than you thought it would be, because like as this force like ejects from your fingers and hits his chest, it blows a hole straight like through his chest, and like the crowd of bystanders just gets like a face full of squirting blood and parts.
This is such a fun event. Oh my god, hang his body up and we can play hide and seek, peekaboo with the little kitties. That's so fun.
Yeah, and because of all
Lovely.
the work you did and like this hyping up, it looks like the crowd is getting very rowdy. And on their initiative turn, they're just gonna be like pulling back the other 4 people that were with him, because they look pretty
Right.
angry now that he's dead.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I'll assume you'll be angry if your friend is dead.
Yes, absolutely. So Basil, it looks like, so right now what's going on is you've got Yagra in the middle, and she's kind of just like flustered, like because like this guy has just like been torn, just like under his, like he's just lying limp, sort of like under her chokehold. But like right behind her are these like 4 people kind of like spread out in like one area of the circle around, just behind her. And they're fuming, foaming at the mouth, but they're being held by the crowd. Like, what do you do?
Okay, so initially, Basil reached into his bag and he's going to pull out what looks like these small berries, which look somewhat star-shaped, like little fireflies. And as he reaches into his knapsack, he hears this blast and he looks up, and suddenly the person Sage was supposed to interact with is a bloody corpse in the ground. And he
Yes.
seems, his eyes widen like in surprise. And if I didn't explain earlier, Basil has these white pale tattoos on his arm, which don't seem very faded. If you look at them carefully, they look like stars. Seeing that suddenly happen right in front of his eyes, you're going to see a constellation light up as magic sort of flows through his hands as he reaches into Sage's and says, "Keep safe." And Sage is going to feel maybe 5 small spherical berries in her hand.
It's a good berry.
Yeah, good berry. As I cast good berry, and as I pocket at the fire, just make sure the others don't die. I don't want more blood on this floor.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Don't worry. It might work.
And then he's gonna slowly slink back, trying not to draw the attention of the very scary 4, very intimidating tabaxi standing on the table. But yeah, that will be Basil's turn.
Okay. It is Ethan's turn.
All right. I'm gonna like basically I was trying to rush into like getting to Yagra, right?
Yes.
And suddenly I kind of hear this like something forceful like just going through like
Yes.
my head, and then
Yeah.
I look up and I see just like blood getting splattered all over my face.
This cloud of blood. Yes.
It just I'm like, oh shit! Like this is I'm so confused. This is I'm like this is a bar, okay? I'm supposed to drink and have fun here, okay?
Yes.
I'm poor. Chalister's giving me free food. I'm here for the free food, and now there's bloodshed. And I look over Sunny and I'm like, and then I like, what's going on? And then I try to push through, and then try to go to Yagra, like if that's possible.
Okay. Why don't you just make a strength check to see if you can just like push through all like the sea of people?
That is 15.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna retroactively just keep the die roll, but you can use acrobatics instead if you want.
Oh, that's actually better then.
To squeeze through.
Acrobatics, that would be 21.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You do it very easily. At one point you kind of just like jumping through a hoop, you jump through like someone's arm.
Yes. Like I'm too scrawny, so I just go through like bottoms and like,
Yes. Yeah. And you're now at the edge of the ring.
And then I look at everyone. Can we just stop the fight? Guys, calm down. I feel like the drinks have gotten to all of us.
Okay.
And yes.
We'll make a performance contest between Suni and Ethan.
Oh
And I
my
want to
Can I have
see
advantage performance since I already have all of the bar people like on my side?
Oh, man.
yeah, if you guys think that's fair, I'll give it to you.
Fine.
Seems fine with me.
You've got the bar enraptured.
Natural 20, baby.
Oh
It's
my. Okay.
It's a 23 in total,
Natural
though.
one?
Ooh.
With advantage?
Oh no, I
Oh,
didn't use my advantage.
okay.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. I wasn't sure if we gave me that. I have a 15 plus 5, so it's not a natural 20.
Okay.
It's an unnatural 20.
Okay, we'll go with the nat 20. Just because. Well, actually, what do you get with your modifiers?
23.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's still higher. Okay, yeah. You see, like the sea of people become to quiet down a bit, as this occurs. And it
Yeah.
seems that you find yourself like being able to hear your own voice now.
Yeah. So basically, like, I didn't expect my voice to be like that loud, but I just
Yes.
shout out like, "Everyone, quiet down!" And like it's like really loud, and suddenly everyone is silent. Everyone is staring at me, and I don't know what
Yes.
to do. And then I wave at like Yagra because she's my friend. What's going on here?
And she gives you just like a weird look, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like that kind of look. And she just like gestures towards like the 4 people that are like foaming at the mouth trying to get to her.
I think you should run away.
She says,
Yagra,
never.
Oh my god. Yagra, sometimes we should not fight. I guess like violence is not the answer all the time, I think.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I think so. I think that's all I could do, right?
Yeah. If you want to you can make a persuasion check with advantage just because like all of them, it's like everyone's stopped. People are pretty calm now. They're listening.
Persuasion check, right?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a bad roll. That's gonna be
With advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 13.
Okay, yeah, no, she still seems to be like equally foaming at the mouth at them. Yeah. Okay. So next is well, let's see. The bandits, but they can't do anything. Let's see let's see if they break out of their grasps. Okay, one does. Okay. So only one breaks out of their grasp. And they seemed like they head straight for Yagra. And try to like just grab at her and grapple her. But she manages to squeeze away anyways. So that's the end of their turn. Now it's Yagra's turn, so she's gonna just turn around like fuming, heavy breath. She takes a swing and misses, and she takes another swing and hits for a undisclosed amount of damage. Okay. Sage, it is your turn.
Can I basically just walk up to them, take my arms and push them away from each other?
Okay.
Stop.
You could make a strength contest. We'll do it with both of them, but you can just use the same roll for each.
Yep, that's fine. That is... I have a +3. Dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20. I think Yagra fails, and so does the bandit. Okay, yeah, you just push them away from each other. Yeah.
Okay. Stop trying to kill each other for a minute. Please. I get that you're mad. There's better ways to deal with it that do not involve murdering each other.
Suni's gonna start a big booing chant. I don't care to listen right in. I'm boo! That is always the answer. It's so fun. Come on, guys. It's like a Friday night or whatever. Is it Friday? I don't know. But it's like a night.
It's
Murder is on the
Wednesday!
table.
It's Wednesday! This is not a Wednesday night!
In Forgotten Realms, I'm just going to disclose. In Forgotten Realms lore, Fridays and Wednesdays don't exist. It is.
Equivalent days of the week.
I'm not even sure what the actual day is. It's the first day of chest. It's the first day of the week. So it'd probably be like a Sunday. That would be the equivalent.
Oh yeah,
Great
no,
day
not
for
a
murder.
Sunday.
A fantastic
Sunday's
day
church
for
day, thank you.
murder. I'm
No,
just saying.
stop. Bad.
Okay. Now that you've pushed this thug away, you can just roll, like, from all that you said, you can make a persuasion check to see if you can convince the thug, the bandit.
That's an 11.
An 11? Okay. Yeah, no, he seems to be still fuming, and like now he's just like all over your arm too and like clawing at it. He thinks you're an enemy now as well. Just looking at you like equally enraged.
I haven't tried to hurt you. Tried to stop you from getting hurt, and yet here we are. We never said they were bright.
No, these blokes don't look like they're they're the brightest.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose I'll just keep standing with my arms like this.
Yeah.
in between.
Suni, you see Sage just like holding like both Yagra and the bandit just like away. Like you see 3 other bandits just like on the like the side opposite you, just like being held on the edge of the ring. So it's your turn, yeah, Suni.
Okay, Suni.
Okay. I think I'm not really feeling it anymore. No one wants to have fun these days. I don't understand it, Lovey. And I'm gonna turn back to Jalister and I'm gonna go, listen, do I have to go with these guys? They kind of don't even seem like they're any fun.
And he says, "Oh, but I thought you wanted to rescue a, you know."
Yeah, and I don't want to do it alone. You're right, actually. You're right. Never mind. Fine, I'll
Oh.
go with them. It's fine. I just want you to know that I am very famous, and you're lucky that you're getting me, okay? My schedule really freed up just recently.
Oh, I feel really lucky.
You should, Jalister, you should. But also, someone was supposed to be buying me a drink. Where did that go? Let's sit down. I'm over it.
Well, I guess, and he's just like looking around at like all this chaos, and he says, well, I guess like the bartenders are, the barmaids are, occupied.
Fine. I will sit here in silence and be an extremely good boy. And I'm just gonna sit down. I'm all done fighting.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you see, Suni just like sort of, in a give up sort of way, just like sit back down.
Just like very happy energy. Just very like gym bro who has to wait for the weight machine.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Oh, I see that
It'll be my
vividly.
turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Too relatable.
Basil, you see 3 bandits foaming at the mouth, like in the corner of the ring, and Sage holding Yagra and another bandit apart,
A little help here would be helpful, brother of mine.
and a corpse like right beside her.
So first things I noticed is that Sune, the person who apparently just killed the other leader, just was talking to Jalister about something. Could not hear from my distance, but it seems interesting to me. I'm not particularly like fighting, but I don't want Sage to get hurt. You said there's a crowd formed around. A couple of them are holding these bandits back, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I attempt to sort of slip into the crowd behind these bandits and like hit them from behind and make it look as if the crowd did it to sort of,
Okay.
aggravate them from the other side?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I kind of want to help,
you'd-
but
if you want to do it this turn to get up to them, like make either an acrobatics check or like an athletics check, just to see if you can
not very.
wade through the crowd to get there.
Okay, I
using
will make an
movement.
acrobatics check. That is a 13 plus 15.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get there, and you are now standing behind the very greasy hairs of these three bandits.
Is there any particular insignia or something I'm looking, or some sort of sign?
Yeah, in the back of their heads, you all see what looks to be. Actually, I'm going to draw it for you, and I'm going to show it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like an eye with 10 spokes. Do you see it clearly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like a circle with 10 spokes. Yeah.
I'm trying to be a bit smart about this. Can I? So it's a big crowd of people here, right?
Yes, big
Around-
crowd.
Yeah.
At the very least, 50 people.
Okay. I am going to attempt to hit him from behind with the butt of my dagger, and I will say, "Hey, I recognize you. You didn't pay me for my drink last week."
Okay.
But very much from, behind the crowd, so that, not anyone
I
can
must
notice.
I must say that okay, so there are 50 people, but they are all pretty quiet as well.
Oh yeah, this is because I made them.
yeah.
Yeah, because of what you said, Ethan. So they're kind of just watching idly.
I'm going to say it anyways to draw
Okay.
attention to the back.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to attempt to hit them with the dagger and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I recognize you. You owed me money for my drink last week."
Okay.
Can I attempt to hit him with the dagger?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sage
Cool.
hears him say that. It's like, oh no, another thing I have to deal with.
Okay, that is 17 to hit. With the
Okay.
dagger.
Yeah, if you want to just shank him in the back, you can, yeah.
I was gonna hit him with the butt of the dagger. I'm trying
okay.
not to stab him. and make
Okay,
him
you're
bleed.
trying not to stab him. Okay, so you're
Sort
just
of like
gonna
hit him in the
with
back of
butt?
the head to remind
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That is.
Since you know what, since he's caught off guard, you don't need to roll for damage. You can just knock him out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just knock him out. Yeah.
Oh,
But it seems that you've incited something within this crowd, because then they all start to push against each other and start to grab each other, and it seems now that the bandits start to become engulfed by the crowd itself, and they're all just starting to like whack at them.
I cast spell summon crowd to eat.
And yeah, you can hear lots of people start to yell as like clothes begin to eject out of this crowd as well, and a bunch of hair as well. But you hear like another part of the tavern begin to like scream and shout. And there are like a couple people next to the well. And maybe like the noise that was being made might have attracted something. But like you hear shouts of alarm suddenly ringing out as a hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. And it's a monster with like warty green skin, like a tangled nest of like wiry black hair, and a long sort of like carrot-shaped nose. He's got like bloodshot eyes as he looks around the room enraged, and it bares its yellow teeth and it howls. And you can see that a half dozen sort of bat-like creatures are attached to its body as it begins to turn around. And there's 3 more sort of circling above his head like flies. And everyone in the tavern reacts in fear, except for the barkeep, Durnan, who's right to the left of you, and he shouts, "Troll!"
Sort of being drowned by the crowd, I turn to the side where I see Sage, and I'm like, "Sage, help!"
I see it. I do.
I
I'm
get
a
Is
little
that
engulfed
a troll?
busy!
Wait, what? What
I
is
get
what is that
engulfed
creature?
by the crowd.
Yeah, he shouted troll. He shouted the word troll.
Oh
Okay.
my lord, we should run away
Yes.
from here. Where
Yeah, a
is
troll has
Yagra here?
climbed out of the well.
Oh shit, that sounds scary.
And I will roll for initiative on the troll.
Oh, that'll be the end of my turn also, by the way.
Okay. And for the bats. All right. So, next turn, it is
I think me, right?
Ethan's turn. Yes.
Yes. So where exactly is Yagra from me? Is she also running away?
Yeah, it looks like Yagra she's wizened up a bit and she seems to be backing away
I
slowly.
see.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna remove the handkerchief Sweeney gave me, wipe off all my blood. I need to clean myself.
Yes. Okay.
And put the handkerchief back because it's free handkerchief. Like right, like when I was in the poor like part of the dockyard, they used to
Yeah.
give free handkerchief. Anyways, I'm gonna look at the troll. I'll be like, oh, this is like what's going on? And then seeing Yagra because I know for a fact that she's my friend and she's the strongest person I know. And in fact, if she's running, that means something is going on. So
Yes.
I'm gonna like run behind her basically.
Okay. All right. You're going to run behind her.
Yes.
Okay. So you were behind Yagra. It looks like the circle, like the clear circle has like dissipated now. Like everyone's just running to and fro in panic. The sea of people. Like, and they all seem to be diverging towards like the door, the exit.
I
Yeah.
see. That's where
The way
I'll
you
be.
came.
Yeah. By the way, like I look around like while I'm running, try to look
Yeah.
for Jalister. Where is he exactly?
So Jalister is still like around the table. He hasn't moved yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. All
Uh-huh.
right.
He's backing away into the corner, but it's a corner like opposite the entrance. He's backing away from the entrance.
Suni is laughing like an absolute maniac. This is
Okay.
so entertaining.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And I actually forgot to roll for the bartender as well because he's going to help out.
Oh, yay!
Yes, he will.
Help is lovely.
Yeah.
Troll.
So
I don't think we should be fighting this thing.
To each their own.
Well, I don't think we should be fighting it either, but none of us can have a choice here.
so
Oh,
yeah,
no.
it seems like this is what the bartender does actually. He says, flee, get out of here. But he says, he points at like you four, like in quick succession, as he like grabs like a great sword from under his bar, and he says, kill the bats. I'll handle the troll.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
And the troll, it sort of like, it pounds its way through this sea of people, and it just grabs one commoner, and like it's yelling for its dear life, as he just like grabs its head, crunches and like pulls it away.
Oh god.
Yoinks it from its body, and then it just throws the body towards the wall.
How far am I
Flies
away
across the
from it?
room.
So
Huh?
sad.
How far am I away from that? Like, the troll am I?
It entered. It walked towards like you guys basically.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Towards your table. Okay.
Ah,
And these little bats that were like now around his head, they seem to just like all like move their gaze towards who looks like the tastiest to munch out of you guys. No one's currently like standing up like obvious, right? No.
Sitting. I'm laughing
Suni's
quite,
sitting.
but
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that helps because like everyone else is yelling around me.
All right. So, Sage. These 3 bats go straight for you.
Cool.
And
Best of
they
luck
use their
with the
movement
metal.
to get to you. As they try to all attach themselves to either your back, the back of your neck, or like your chest. That does not hit. 13 does not hit, and does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so one of them managed to attach themselves onto you, and you will take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just attached to you, and you can feel like sort of the life like being sucked out of you as it's draining your blood. Okay. All right. And so Diagra's turn. As she's got her gaze like fully fixed on the troll, she begins to back away, and because you're right behind her, she like trips over you and falls prone.
Oh god.
Yeah.
She must be quite heavy. Like I'm getting crushed here. She's a half
And
orc.
she says, "Ethan, what the fuck?"
I'm
That's what she says.
sorry. I didn't.
Okay. Sage.
Oh my god.
Can I try to hit the one that's on me with my warhammer?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. You can
Okay.
bonk it.
Sage like takes a warhammer out of her belt and's like, likelihood I hit myself with the bat is pretty low, right? Right? She's like looking at the other people around. Is like, probably. That is a 13 to hit.
Okay. That does not hit, actually.
Sad.
You barely missed it. That's unfortunate.
And that is all I am doing.
All right. Durnan, like he wades through the sea of people as he, you hear like blows being hit against this giant creature. This does not hit. Nope. Okay. So he actually hits the creature all 3 times. And does he hit for his 4th? No. All right. Nice. Cool. That is it for his turn. And he says, "Someone get me some fire!" That's what he says. All right. Suni.
Is
your
Eldritch
turn.
Blast fire causing? I don't think
It
so,
is.
right?
It is not fire causing, unfortunately. But if what you could do, or there is like a candle on your table. I suppose what you could do is like, I guess, try to just like aim your shot.
While I'm getting
Through
crushed
the
by
fire?
Yagra, I'm gonna shout out like it's a very muffled. Oh, I'll get you some fire. Just and start getting choked. And I'm trying to like cough.
Ooh.
Like I'll get you some fire.
Yeah, you find yourself increasingly like it's increasingly hard to say that as you're kind of being trampled on by like this sea of people.
And Yagra on me, like it's
Yes.
crazy.
Yep.
How far away am I from this troll?
You're definitely within 30 feet of it, like probably like 20.
Okay, great. We
Yeah.
love to see that.
If you try to like align through the candle, you'd be hitting with disadvantage. But if
Okay.
that's something that you want to do, you can.
Is anyone looking at me right now?
No, they're fully
People
focused
aren't
on the
paying
troll.
attention to me like at
Yeah.
all. I think I'm just gonna sit back down. I'm gonna hold like I'm just gonna keep letting things happen. I'm enjoying the show. When they get down to like just a few hit points, or like when I start to think that they look like that the troll looks really injured, let me know.
Okay.
Let me know, because that's when
I'll
I
let
feel
you
like I'm
know.
really gonna do my good work, you know?
Okay. Sure.
Also, I'm doing everything I can to like not draw attention to myself right now. I've shut up. I am no longer.
Sunay not drawing attention? Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
Impossible.
All right. And yeah, like you also noticed, like at the start of its turn, the troll seeming to like shed off some of like the sturges, like the bats that were attached to him. And they kind of left marks on him, but it seemed to like be faded away, and in its place is like some corroded kind of bubbly substance erupting from his skin. And
Can
when
I-
it yeah.
Sorry, before we move for my turn, can I like do a perception check to like
Yeah.
just all I want to know is like, do I think that this troll is at full hit points? Because like
Yes.
I don't know very much, but I'm pretty sure a troll has like not quite 100, but very close to that.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So like I want to know like, are they at like half hit points, like that kind of thing?
He is bloodied. You don't need to make the check. He is bloodied, so he's
Okay.
lower than half hit points.
You think he's lower? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Does it look like he's sort of regenerating at the end of every hit?
Yes. Well,
Yeah?
not at the end of every hit, but at the beginning of his turn, what I just described, like the bubbly substance, like coming out. That
Okay.
was it. Yeah.
So he looks flammable, and like, is there anything else that like I could kind of perceive him being like screwed over by?
Not really. Like he doesn't look flammable. It's just that the substance itself kind of like washed away his wound, if that makes sense. It's like when it's
Oh, okay,
gone,
sorry.
it's
You
like
called for fire, so I assumed it was because he was like flammable. Like, I don't know, maybe you're greasy enough that you can catch fire. So, okay. Yeah, okay, so that's it. Like, it just every turn I'm gonna be looking to see like how close I think he is to death, and like when the troll gets close, that I'm gonna step in.
I think it is now. Yeah.
You do think? Okay.
Yes.
In that case, if I'm within 90 feet, you said I'm within 30 feet, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Hex again.
Okay.
On the troll.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. Bonus
see if you
action,
can-
baby.
Let's see if you can kill it.
Okay, well, let's see. The 22 to hit?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay,
Mhm.
great. So then,
Got your Eldritch Blast and your Hex.
yeah, so let's start with the Eldritch Blast, which is the 1d10. That's a 9.
Okay.
So 9 for that, and then 3 for the necrotic.
Okay. How do you want to kill this
Oh,
troll?
and I get to decide if I get to give him disadvantage on one ability check.
Oh, he's
like one-
dead.
Oh, great.
Yes. How do you want to kill him?
I think I stand up and I go, everyone watch this! Oh my god, lovies, you're gonna love it! And it's sort of like a flourish, like, I tried not to like be super obvious about it, but my spellcasting focus is in fact a plastic wand, or equivalent plastic wand, okay?
Oh.
Think about like what a magician might have, okay? I sort of like, I have to pop the top bit, like the top cap back onto the wand portion, and I go, ladies and gentlemen, oh my god, bibbity bobbity boo, I hex you, and it just looks like a little, it's like, it's really like uneventful. It's just like, it's like a slight shimmer through the air. It doesn't look like much at all. And then I go, Eldritch Blast! And I think it's gonna look really cool, but in fact, it's like dishwater yellow, and like, super slow, all things considered. Like,
Ooh.
it goes there, it gets there, but like, you're expecting it to go fast. You're expecting fireworks. It is like, it's like horse-drawn carriage kind of fast. Okay? It's 1 horsepower. This is not that great. But I go, everyone watch this! And I take out the troll, and when he dies, I go,
Have you
"You're
seen like?
welcome."
Have you seen Austin Powers, like the rolling like the one worker who's like no, as like this big giant like hulking like super slow like rolling. Do you know what that vehicle is called? It's like to flatten things. It's like a
Flatten the
construction.
road, right? I think it's just
Steamroller?
for
A steamroller, yes. It's a steamroller like comes straight at him in Austin Powers. I'm kind of envisioning that. With the troll just helplessly not moving at all, not doing anything in terror as this super slow yellow shimmer approaches it.
Yeah. I go, thank you for waiting, lovey. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
I did give him for like flavoring purposes, I didn't get to give him disadvantage on an ability check, so I give him disadvantage on dexterity. So like
Okay.
he's not even registering yet. Like that's what's really happening in his
Okay.
brain. Like his feet are just not ready to move.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that troll is out of there.
Yes.
Dead.
And he's like, it's kind of like in Harry Potter, actually. Like he's kind of like stumbling around, and since there's still a sea of people like just around him, you realize he's gonna fall and he's gonna crush some people.
Yay! This is so fun.
Do you guys like, do you have like a reaction, or is there anything that you want to do to like stop this troll from like falling and crushing the people next to it? Or
I'm joking.
Am I close enough to the well where the troll is?
You are about 30 feet away, from the well.
Okay, but I'm not. I have to use my turn. My turn is next, though.
Sure. Yeah. You can go ahead. It's
yeah.
Not really deciding what direction to fall in. It's kind of in a daze, almost about to fall. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's spinning around. Okay. Awesome. So I see this troll sort of get smashed with this shimmering road roller, and then it's teetering on the edge of this well side, right?
Like about like 20 feet or like 15 feet away from the well side. Yeah.
Okay.
If he gets pushed by like at least maybe like 5 or 10 feet towards it, he may be able to fall just like straight back into it.
Okay, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush forward in front of it, okay? And it's teetering around.
Yes.
And what I will do is the tattoos on my arms start glowing, as it's sort of, if you were familiar with constellations, you would notice the constellation of the woman warrior suddenly appear on my arms as it forms, and as it glows, a woman warrior appears in front of me, and this constellation shimmering figure swings her sword down as I cast Thunder Wave.
Oh, okay.
And now that it's dead,
it's automatic. Yes.
It would get shoved 10 feet away.
Wonderful. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to avoid people as the shimmering sword warrior swings her sword. There's this crackling, loud boom, and suddenly the corpse is like sort of shot back.
Yes.
And I'm also sent back with the sheer force.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to aim to get the troll towards the well side. If that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah. And it's kind of like a hole in one. You expel this giant force, and the wind kind of repels everyone back as this corpse gets flung, kind of like in a Gary's Mod style, like straight towards the well.
I remember hearing a sort of voice from the doorway say, "Leave the fire to me," and I look towards that direction and I say, "Burn it with fire, fast!"
Oh yes.
And the force is sort of like, and the sheer amount of performing magic amount of slots, I'm sort of crumbling slowly. I'm feeling faint. My skin looks even paler than normal. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Yeah, and even Durnan, like the bartender, he does turn towards you and he says, lamp oil, please! Someone set it on fire!
All right. Is it my turn now?
It is your turn, yes.
All right. By now, I feel like my chest is kind of hurting. And also, I feel like my face is kind of blue. Totally fine.
Yeah.
I try to I presume she has not completely fallen over me. I don't know. She's kind of tall. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I can kind of budge her, kind of and just say, yeah, would you mind getting up? And then I slightly push her and see the troll. And using my one hand, I hesitate a bit because I'm not sure. This is like a public space. And I presume this tavern is like a wooden, I guess, like tavern, right? I don't want to burn things down. But then I focus on my hands while I'm laying down. try to focus, and like while I'm like, down, cast firebolt at the
Oh,
troll.
but the troll has been pushed into the well.
Oh,
His corpse is in the well now. And
I
and
see.
in fact, you have to wait a few seconds before you hear the. Yeah, but they do need fire to put it out.
Well,
Yeah.
can I attempt to get out of Yagra's, I
Yep.
guess?
You could just push
But
her aside. Yeah.
oh, okay. Um, so I guess I get up,
Uh-huh.
15 feet of movement, I guess, and then I try to walk towards the well. I don't know how far it is.
Yep. Yeah. You can do it. Yep.
All right, and I see below like the troll, and I cast firebolt to it.
You can't actually see it. Like it is darkness down there, full on darkness. But you can
I see.
try just do a Hail Mary, cast firebolt on it.
All right, let's
With
do
disadvantage.
that. Ooh, that's not bad. So I got a 9 plus 5, which is 14.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a penalty to its AC just because it's a corpse anyways. Yeah, and you hear fire pounding skin from below after a few seconds.
Let's go. And I didn't celebrate much. I just kind of tired. My blood, I feel like a bit weird. My chest, it's kind of tight, and I just look around. I guess survey the situation, and that's my turn. I think.
Okay, yeah, and as you survey the situation, you still see like two bats, like the remnants of this gigantic battle, like two bats, like circling over Sage.
Mm-hmm.
One of them
And
is actively
what about-
eating me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was a brother's job to help you out.
He's
I
not
see
good at
that.
that. He's really not great at that one.
I see.
Troll.
He's good at other things. He has his good things. This is not it.
So, as for the bats, okay. Sage,
Mhm.
at the start of this bat's turn, you're gonna take 5 hit points due to blood loss.
Sage just falls to the ground.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you see, like, you kind of feel really weak, and you just begin, like, you're just gonna pass out and faint. Yeah.
I just see Sage fall.
Yes.
I see the troll fall back into the well and turn around and just see as this bat just like stab, like rips into Sage, and my eyes go wide, staring. And yeah, I'll have to do something about that in my next turn.
Yes. The two bats like sharply turn towards you, the ones that are in the air, and they start to, get into you. Okay. So one hits, the other doesn't. And this one like attaches itself to you. And you will take 4 piercing damage. It's just attached to your shoulder. All right, Sage. You want to make well, actually, you know what? Yagra's gonna like move up to you, Sage, and start to just like hit the bat so that you don't make any death save failures.
Cool.
And she does hit, and the bat instantly just dies.
Cool.
Kind of still attached to you though. All right, and yeah, that's it for Yagra. So Sage, it is your turn. Do you want to make a death save?
Sure. Do you want it DM to you, or do you want me to say it out loud?
Oh, you can just say it out loud. Yeah,
7.
that's fine. Okay, that's a failure.
I'm notoriously bad at death saving throws. As a warning to
Yeah.
everybody in this space.
As you feel the life start to slowly ebb away from you, it's kind of like your hope gets revitalized as someone in this room cast a healing spell on you. And you feel the life return to you. Yeah. So you're now prone.
Yes.
And you've got, let's see. You've got 5 HP.
Yay.
And as this happened, you heard like a strum on a lute, but it was kind of like out of tune.
Three strings.
There's
Three
a bard
strings.
who
Strings.
did better things than my brother.
Brother slander.
Who's helping the people?
Durnan tries to kill the one that's on you, Basil. And he succeeds, it dies, and then he tries to kill the other one that's hovering above, and he does as well.
Yeah.
So are there no more of the bat things?
No more bats. Yeah. No more baddies.
Sage like stands up, dusts herself off, and was like, "That was not a good experience. I do not wish to repeat that again in the near or far future."
I come rushing to Sage and like clutch her shoulders. Are you all right? Is everything? And I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna shove some berries.
I like shove them back to. I have 5.
You need to eat them.
I'm fine.
You're bleeding.
I'm fine.
And I start hyperventilating and like I look more scared than you are.
I like
that you're
grab
injured.
both of Basil's shoulders and I'm like, look at me. Am I dying actively? No, we're fine.
After a long moment of silence and pause from the crowd, you hear Durnan, like he raises his sword and he says, "Free drinks for everyone!"
Let's go.
Amazing.
Really stealing the show.
Best thing I've heard all night.
I think having heard the like little notes from who I'm assuming is Three Strings, one of my favorite pieces of entertainment.
Yes.
I'm gonna go, Three Strings, oh you naughty thing! Say watermelon. Say it. Say it. Everyone listen. Say it.
Watermelon.
You say watermelon. Huh?
Watermelon.
Say it again. Oh, that's so good. Okay, what about bottle? Is that how you say it? Bottle?
But what was it? What was the word?
Bottle?
Oh.
Bottle.
Bottle.
Oh, that's so good. And it's just going to be another like 30 minutes of me back and forth with this man. Just say this word. And he's going to go.
I'm going to go check up on Yagra. Like, is she doing all right? I don't know.
So Yagra, yes, she is doing all right. She's kind of just momentarily paused as everyone's just like cheering around her. She seems to be the only one that's just like really just taking in sort of everything that happened to her the last 15 minutes.
I see.
We should probably go talk to Alistair, because we haven't done that.
I have.
Yeah, you two have. We kind of got pulled into the fray.
I turned to say, Charles was talking to that strange tabaxi who blew a hole, and I'm looking at the corpse. Just, I guess someone is moving inside.
Yeah, someone should deal with that.
Now, as the crowd sort of dies down, and the cheering stops and the clapping stops, you can hear one distinct clapping continue. And it's kind of like the semi-sarcastic clap that you'd hear from someone who's kind of like, I don't know, like arrogant. But like you keep hearing it. It's just like a slow clap. And you see like someone emerge from the crowd and this cloud of dust permeating the room. And this is what he looks like. Whoop. Can you see it? This man, this short man with the mustache.
Okay.
Yeah. And he presents himself and he like, let's see. He strokes his mustache, then he adjusts his floppy hat, and then he tightens his scarf. And he says, "Follow Thamp Gedam, chronicler, wizard, celebrity, at your service." And he takes a bow, as if he's just finished a performance.
Another one.
Who the heck are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry, try and take credit for what I did. I killed that troll.
I did.
Did you
I mean,
that just happened?
Excuse me, I did kill the troll.
You sort
I
of,
was
in
the one.
theory, did the same thing that he did.
If you're going to be dirty, don't speak up, okay? So, let me get this straight. You just came in here and took a bow, and I killed the troll. I can't believe you.
No,
I
no,
don't-
no, of course, no. And he just like starts to pamper you as he approaches you and he says, "No, you were wonderful, Suni."
Yes, I was. I do
You
know that,
were.
actually. As long as you're not taking credit for my things, then I don't mind. Also, 3 Strings, can you write a new song about my newest exploit, please?
Right away.
Thank you, 3 Strings. I'll catch you up later, as always. So, you aren't taking credit for my victory then,
No,
but
I'm here
you
to
do
thank
want my
you.
attention.
What did you say?
You want my attention for something? I'm assuming it's my attention, because I don't see anyone else here who'd be worthy of it, but...
Ah, well, I am your contact.
A contact! I do love a contact. Do tell. Name? I wasn't listening before.
Oh. And he says, Volo Thamp Gedam.
Velo?
Volo Thamp.
Velo Vamp.
I'm sorry, you must have heard of me. And my books.
It's
Volo's
you
Guide
might
to
not.
Monsters.
I don't really read.
Oh.
It's Volo's Guide to Monsters, a common book around Waterdeep,
Yeah,
which
it's
people
a
are aware.
common.
Yeah, Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast,
Oh.
Volo's Guide to Waterdeep, all these books.
Basil,
eyes
the
sort of
author you
glow.
like. You like
Yeah,
him.
I just go forward in your class and it's such an honor to meet you, sir.
You're
Oh,
welcome. Obviously, if you want an autograph, we can have it later, but we're in the middle of a conversation there tonight, okay?
and he kind of like annoyingly just goes, the pleasure is all mine.
Okay, well, whatever. So, you're a contact then. I've been told that I need to get information from you, because you're a contact. So,
I need your help.
Oh, with what?
Well, let us sit down, please. Come, sit.
Okay, fine.
You're fine. Are you going to sit down?
I mean, I think I'm gonna stand on the bench just for the height advantage that I think that might grant me.
Oh, okay.
Can I invite Yagra? Like, it's free drinks. I want free drinks. I want free food. I'm gonna shout out to Jalister wherever he is. What
Yeah.
happened to the order that I asked you to get me?
And he says, "Oh, coming right up." And he starts to look around for Bonnie. And he does actually. Yeah, he finds her.
Ah,
Yeah,
finally.
the barmaid. Yeah.
All right.
And they exchange a quick conversation, and she points at you, and she produces a drink. Yeah, it's from the bar.
And I start drinking it like someone who hasn't eaten or drank like since like forever. And I sit down at the table basically.
Okay, yeah. She comes along with like a platter of like 5 drinks. She just like thuds them down like onto the table. But as Bonnie does so, like her gaze seems to be affixed like onto one of you. Sage. You notice that she momentarily pauses as she looks at you
Kind of
with a weird expression in her
I
face.
grab Basil and like try to put him in front of me. Like,
Oh,
you stand here.
Yeah, I stand there. I'm still looking at Volo.
So
I have his book. I read his book. There you go.
You've read his book like 20 times. I think you have that thing memorized.
Yeah, and Bonnie just like shakes it off and she just walks away.
by the way, you twins. I never caught your name.
Sage.
Nice to meet you. I'm Basil.
Nice to meet you. I hope you're not aggressive. And I look at Zuni and I'm scared of it and look to the other side.
Also,
And
Scared of being aggressive, okay? You can't be scared of being aggressive, because here's the thing. What do we all do? We all die. What do we not all do? We don't all live interesting lives, okay? I'm special that way. You can be aggressive if you need to be. Make it interesting, that's all.
I'm gonna start drinking the drink.
And he says, "Speaking of interesting,"
Yes.
he says, "I am most impressed by your daring do. Really, I am. And the truth is that I fear I have misplaced a friend amid the odious violence which has recently struck our city, the streets of this fair city. And I could use your assistance in finding him."
Do you mean the assassinations of the masked leaders?
Yes, the masked lords. Yes, what a gruesome act that was. No, I...
a lot of opportunities, though. I don't want to, put a damper on it, but it's not like they were good people.
Oh, yes. Well, as I understand it, we have a masked lord in our midst.
Well, an open mask lord, I don't believe in all that masking and everything. I mean, who could hide such a handsome figure away from everyone, just like that?
Yeah, you guys all notice that it's like the masked lords are basically like the second highest tier of government. They're just like a council of like secretive people. Like no one knows if someone is actually a masked lord. But yeah, and they gather like all like in disguises, basically. But historically, it seems like Suni broke the mold. And he is now a open masked lord.
Oh.
The mask gets so hot and sweaty, and it's really bad for my complexion. Like, my hair gets so matted, and then they want you to be like, oh, and then just go about the rest of your life. I have to bathe.
So,
God, so annoying.
so Master Wizard, am I hearing that right? That Sunni killed an open lord. Is that right? The
No.
person
Me?
who
Of course
No,
not.
of course not. I am a masked lord. I just do it openly because I don't really like the mask.
Sudi killed a random commoner, most likely.
Listen, do you know if he's
who
dead?
even was that person?
Anyone even check?
Anyways,
I don't even know. And
Can
it
I
wasn't me.
can I shout out
No,
to
it
Yagra
was.
and
It
ask
really
who that
was.
person was?
Who the commoner was that like
Yes.
died
Yeah.
and everyone forgot about, unfortunately.
Hey, he was not forgotten. We talked about his body.
Listen,
And
guys, I think we should blame that on the troll. I think we should just blame it on the troll. I mean, I got rid of the troll for us, and I think we should
Did
just blame
you?
it back on the troll.
Did you? I don't know.
Did I kill him? No one knows. No one
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. No one
If
But
I
you
knows.
survived it.
definitely killed that commoner. Saw that
Well,
one.
I would like
I
to
killed the
interject.
troll. I don't think I killed the commoner, but I did kill the troll. So
He killed both.
I saw with my own eyes that, yes, Suni, you did indeed kill the troll.
yes.
Yeah, we're
See?
not disputing that.
And
What?
then
Were you
I
here for the
didn't kill
commoner
commoner.
part? Or did you show up somewhere in between?
I must admit I was a little late to this meeting.
Yeah. See, he doesn't know.
I must apologize. I am busy at work with my new book, Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres.
By any chance, do you have a manuscript of this book?
Well, it appears that, the only spectre that I knew of was of the alcoholic, persuasion. And I do not have much written down,
I see.
unfortunately.
Would have made a great birthday present.
And
You
being the
mis- you
chronicler that I
misplaced this
am,
friend of yours. You misplaced this friend of yours, and you've been late to a party, and I wasn't really listening to the rest of it, but I do think it's probably important that I know, so who did you misplace?
yes, of course. My friend's name is Floon. Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, that one, but he's a great drinking companion. Yes. Last night, he accompanied me to the Skewered Dragon, a dark sort of body tavern in the dock ward. I called an early night, but Floon remained, drinking and merrymaking. Yes.
Master Wizard, I do have a question. What were you doing in the dockyard? Dockyard is for the poor people, not for the likes of you.
And he says, he makes like some kind of idiom alluding to the idea that being cheaper is better than not being cheaper.
Ah.
You gotta get what
I've
you
heard
take.
of that. I
Yeah.
have drank a few times from there. Drink is kind of terrible, but it's cheap. I agree with you.
And he says, yeah.
Can I do like a lore or a history check or something to try and do I know the last name for Blagmar? Like, do I know
Blagmar?
that name? City?
Sure, you can go ahead and check.
Okay.
You can make a history check.
History? Okay.
Yeah.
That is an 11.
You don't recognize the name Floon Blagmar, but you do recognize the name Volothamp Gedar. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I presume I also know where the tavern is, right? Since I'm from Dockwood, or is that something not? Like,
The Skewered Dragon.
yeah.
Yeah, you are from the dock ward. It's kind of like a blur. Like all these names just get
Yeah.
mixed up. Like the pissing wench. You know, I love tavern names.
That's the good one, you know.
Yeah. But if you want to try rolling history, you can.
All right.
You can do it with advantage since you were raised there.
Ooh, I definitely needed that advantage. Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
I think 11 too.
Okay. You don't recognize the name.
All right.
It must be the most unpopular of the unpopular.
Ah,
I mean, he did mention something about the whole idea of it being cheap. So
Yes, he did.
the
Maybe
cheap
very
places is
niche,
where I go usually, you know.
maybe very niche market.
yeah,
I'm not
but
very
there's like normal cheap, and then there's like underground cheap
Perhaps it's
levels.
an exclusive place, which only
See.
Master Volo knows.
So, just to clarify then, Volo,
Yes.
did he like play any tricks recently? Like, little trick for track or something like that? You have like a benefactor, someone like that he's like he's crossed benefactor or like an enemy or something like that, because it really feels like this is what happens to you after you play a bad trick.
Well, and you see like he starts to like you think you've poked like well not poked the bear but like you've introduced a touchy subject. As he awkwardly starts to like squirm around and he says like well, Floon and I suppose by extension me are prone to gambling.
Oh,
Mm.
I see now. That all makes sense now. Everything lines up.
He says another saying like an idiom saying that like alluding that gambling is like the best thing ever.
Master
What
Wizard.
what does your dear friend Floon do to make money then?
Well, Floon is an esteemed gentleman. He was born in a very privileged position, shall you
Why
say.
is it his family that here then asking me to do this?
Well, Floon is my very best friend. And his wife actually tracked me down here in the yawning portal about, about 11 in the morning today and told me that Floon never came home last night. Oh, sorry, not 11.
That's
11 in the
normal.
morning yesterday.
Look, it's normal for him to come home. I feel like we need to establish this with the drinking and the gambling and the maybe other things going on.
Well, I must admit, it was doubly surprising for me because I didn't know that Floon was married.
Oh,
Do you
do you
know
think it's
what
a real
Floon
wedding?
does?
Maybe it was undescript.
Master Wizard, may I ask, do you consider him best friend? Or does he also consider you best friend? Is it just like a one-way friendship or like what?
He says it very self-convincingly, like he's trying to convince himself that like Floon is his best friend.
I'm sure
like
he is.
it goes both ways.
Listen, lovely. I'm sure he is. You seem like a lovely man. Okay, truly a lovely man. And I bet if you got rid of that mustache, you'd even really have a chance at being an attractive man too. So,
Oh man. And he just like covers his like mustache after you say that.
You have to cover it. It's unique. It's a selling point. You have to own it. I've never met such a man who like just seemed so unconfident about his own mustache. You grew it. So get rid of it. Don't.
I think it suits me.
Well then,
I
you best
mean,
act like it.
he is a writer. It's not like he's relying on his looks for much.
I mean, I'd assume he'd be relying on his looks to get someone in his bed, but who am I to say? Now, Volo, your man BFF, who you didn't know had a wife, weird.
Well, he's a handsome man in his early 30s. Yeah.
Handsome man in his early 30s. Does he have any tattoos or distinctive marks, or I don't know? Is he like a weird hair color, or is he a human? Let's start there. Is he a human?
And he says, yes, he's human like me. Not as well, a bit taller than myself. He has wavy red blonde hair. He is very not difficult to pick out of a crowd. However, for he insists on always wearing a gaudy 6-inch bas-relief of a unicorn's head on a chain of blue pearls just around his neck.
Sage,
I'm sorry.
Sage
What?
leans over to Basil and whispers in his ear, "I think this dude has a crush on his best friend."
I'm truly seeing some sense of attraction perhaps between the two of them.
Can I roll a perception to see if I hear them whispering to each other?
Sure.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you hear him. Crystal clear.
I think I'm gonna lean over and I'm gonna go, maybe if he got rid of that mustache, he'd have a shot.
Sage nods back at you.
I think you guys are forgetting the fact his best friend has a wife.
Please, my friends, enough about the elephant in the room, which is my mustache. I must... Look, we are here to talk about my friend Floon.
You're not doing a very good job of keeping this interesting for me. Okay, so could you just divulge all the information? He's a human, gross. He's got red blonde hair, no soul. He's wavy hair, gross. And he insists on wearing some kind of gaudy trinket all the time.
Yes, a locket. Yes, with a unicorn's head. It is a rather nice locket, anyways.
Does he have a mustache?
No, God, no.
I'm telling you, it's a taste thing for him.
A what?
I am. What?
What?
I like your mustache. That's what I said.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Now, you were last seen at some stupid pub, Skewer Dragon. You've got a gambling problem. You won't tell me where he gets his money from other than he's theoretically supposed to be privileged, but I'm a masked lord. I mean, I'm an open masked lord. And I feel like I know a privileged person, and I've never heard of this man.
Well, Floon is the most esteemed of businessmen. I can assure you. And he has friends in high places, like myself.
Can I insight check the businessman comment?
Okay, sure.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you think he might be just, stretching the truth a lot.
Yeah, okay, buddy, the more you say it, the less I believe it. So how about you give us what he actually does to make money, or, if you give him all his money, perhaps tell us that too.
Well, he kind of tries to dance around the idea that he basically, gives him all his money to survive.
You have a sugar baby. That's what I'm hearing.
Good one. Just so you're aware, you could get a much better sugar baby. I just want you to be aware. Not me specifically, but, I am available.
How dare you suggest that?
No, he's
You-
happy.
you
He's
will
very
know why
happy with Floon. He's very happy.
Floon is a married man.
Yeah, but you didn't know this until this morning, so that's fine.
Yeah,
So we're establishing you're the
marital status.
side
related.
piece in the situation, is what has been established. If he's married,
Kate, you can't say that.
Please do not delegate me in such crass side piece.
You
No.
want adventurers or didn't you? That's how we are, okay?
Also,
Adventurers are a little bit crass. It's how we are. Did you tell us everything we need to know to go and find this man?
Yes, that is about it. I would also extend the fact that Floon loves to talk about his charming necklace.
Okay, so we're looking for a man with a gaudy necklace and red hair. And he's got a gambling problem, as do you. And you give him all his money, so really it's just you have a gambling problem and he's getting the money. I'm so confused. It feels like you're gambling on him too. But anyway, besides the point is that that's all the information you can give us, is that he went missing somewhere and that he's someone.
I wouldn't put it that way, but
I mean,
Can you give
apart
us
from
an
the
address?
gambling,
Where
yes,
is he
it is true.
supposed to be from? Where was he supposed to go that night?
Well, yeah, and it turns awkward again and red this time, as he begins to say that he just left Floon at the tavern.
Why?
at night.
Why?
Was he
And-
walking
Did
around?
someone
What?
perhaps get mad at you because they had a wife and they were seeing you without their wife's knowledge?
Well, I am sorry. I was tired. I called it an early night, and he refused to leave, so he stayed and gambled some more.
Master Wizard, you left him all alone in Dock Ward, all alone. You know, there's thieves, bandits, kidnappers, especially your rich friend, you know. It's a dangerous place for him.
Contrary to what you are suggesting, Floon is not an incompetent babe.
Didn't you just say you stayed in the dock ward as well? I say, pointing at Ethan.
I did, but that's a different thing.
Were you mad at him? Is that why you left him there?
No. How can I be mad at Floon?
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, sure.
That is a 21.
Last time he stretched the truth a bit, a lot. Now he's doing it like just a tad bit. Yeah. You think there's something going on there?
Yeah, I'm not buying the whole that you left happily, leaving him to do his merry thing.
He was not mad at me. His friend was.
Ooh,
And I was
who's
just-
his friend? Elaborate.
Why should I dabble in personal matters about my own relationships to you,
Because one of
strangers?
your own relationships is missing, and you're hiring other people to find them.
Yeah,
That
look.
indicates to me that you don't have a very good hand on the relationships. Okay.
Pardon
When
me,
you think of it as free. Okay.
but
It's
you
bonus.
are adventurers, not
Mhm.
therapists.
However,
No, absolutely not.
you have to consider
However,
if
it's
the
not my problem if you are also bad at your job. Okay, your job being writing a book, which you've got 4 sentences for, and also just like having a life. Okay, I'll do your job, but tell me all the things that I need to know, and I'd like to make an intimidate check.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Master Wizard, I'm wondering how much you're gonna pay us for this.
Every time you say Master Wizard, his face lights up.
It's gonna be a 23 intimidation.
Okay. Yeah, and he kind of like cowers a little bit in his chair as you just load it on him. And he says, okay, well, I had an argument with a friend of mine. His name is René Neverember. I was prodding into his family history, and he did not take kindly to it. And I know Floon is an excellent friend of René. He is also my excellent friend, by the way. But, well, that was yesterday, and that was 2 days ago. And last night, I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to bring up René in conversation to Floon. And Floon got somewhat offended. He thought that I was just trying to get to René, but no, I enjoyed his company too.
oh
That
my.
wasn't the reason you. No, never mind.
So I have this beer right in front of me. Like while he's saying that, I'm gonna sip like like in a long manner, like to make
Yes.
him feel a bit uncomfortable, you know.
Awesome.
Have
But
you,
yeah,
What
have
is
you
it?
checked
Is
with-
it my mustache?
No, your must.
No.
We've established it's fine. It's great. It's beautiful. It suits you very well.
Oh,
Have you checked with René to see if Floon went to him instead of you or his wife? Maybe there's a third person in this, starting to be more than a triangle.
I am not sure if René encountered Floon after I left. That is between him and Floon.
Yeah, but if you asked him, then you wouldn't be needing to pay us money to go and find. You could be
by the
so
way,
much better at this.
let me produce a letter. Yes.
Ah.
And he says, should you find Floon, please just give him this letter. It is directed to René.
Mhm.
Can I immediately open the letter?
You
I'm not
can if you want to.
under
Can
no
Sage-
pretense of defending
Can
secrets.
Sage like peek over and read it as you do?
Sure.
Yes. I would like to read the letter. In fact, I think I'm gonna just read it out loud.
Oh, perfect.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna
Please,
go, it looks like
please
everyone's this.
perform it.
Let me perform.
Okay.
And I go, and I snap the. I'm assuming there's a wax seal or something. I snap the wax seal open on it, and I'm reading the letter.
Okay.
What does it say?
All right.
Also,
Do you
if he
want
goes-
to?
if
I'll
he-
put it in the handouts
Let me-
chat.
Okay.
Also, if he goes to stop Sunny, Sage is just going to like block him from getting to the leather. Like, no.
Yeah,
I want to
he
hear
is
this
trying
too.
to reach out.
No. I want to hear this. So
Okay. I'll tell you the point where he begins to pull out his wand as you read it.
Have you sent it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I just got it.
Right here, yeah.
Dear Ryanair. Oh, is that his name? I thought it was Ryanair. Kind of like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very sorry for the altercation we had at the portal a few days ago. Oh, that's so sweet. I understand that it may have been rude of me to prod into your family history. Believe me when I say I did not expect Neverember's enigma to be
Okay,
a top-
right there. When you mention Neverember's enigma, he begins to pull out his wand.
stop.
Ooh, feisty for a man who's
Testy.
asking us to go and do his secrets.
Can I try to
Um,
steal his wand out of his hand?
Sure, if you want to just make a disarm check. It's just like a check to disarm.
That is a 18.
Okay. Yeah, you do so.
Mine now.
I don't normally allow disarm checks, but I think it's fine for this circumstance.
Look, I just want to hear it. I'll give it back after. Keep going.
Yeah, you can keep going, yeah.
It was a very rude interruption, okay? Believe me when I say I did not expect Neverember's enigma to be a topic that would bring you great concern. I did not mean to cause any harm or frustration at the mention of said myth. I could not help myself. Ooh. I could not help myself to ask you about it. Whatever. Being the noisy chronicler that I am. Remember that you are my friend, and I dearly love you with all my heart. That's impressive. Because here I was thinking you had just about as many wheels as a canoe. It's 2 wheels. That's a bike, if I've ever seen one. Anyway. Oh, I lost my place. I'm not a good reader.
With all my heart. A second paragraph.
There is one paragraph.
Okay, hold on.
There's
Let me
two.
let me just like separate it a bit. Okay, there we
There you
go.
Remember that you are my friend and I dearly love you with all my heart. I'm not trying to use you, Rainier. I'm simply curious at the prospect of unraveling a puzzle, like old time's sake. And what puzzle your father's enigma is. You must understand, Rainier, that I would like to uncover the secret together. I know that it might be difficult for you to separate yourself from your family's past, but it's not enough for you to treat it like those old relics we chased long ago. Rainier, let us make friends. Please, I implore you. Help an old friend out. Volo. Oh, you should have said it. Love Volo.
Yeah.
Just like
and Volo's just as red as a tomato.
If I give you your one back, are you going to hurt us?
Well,
you won't
it
win that
seems
duel.
as if you have all lost a client. But
Very
I would
well.
like my wand back.
Wait. We
Master
can still
Volo.
help you.
Plus, you've already given us all your secrets. You want to go and find another group of adventurers that you have to give your secrets to again.
Yes.
This is how this works, Volo.
That's a
You
good
can-
argument. You can make a persuasion check with that.
Incredible.
So, Master Wizard, that was
Is there any way I
meant
can get advantage on that?
I am helping.
Not with advantage. You read his letter.
True.
So, then how do we feel about a 10 persuasion?
10?
Actually, no, it is average. That's an average roll.
Mhm.
So that's my argument to you, the DM.
Without a modifier, yes.
Okay,
Well,
I
10.5
added
is the
my
average
modifier, but my modifier was only +5. So
Yes. You can see that he's pretty pissed and angry.
Look,
As he
Mr.
reaches
Volo.
for his wand again.
Sage will
Mr.
make a
Volo.
secondary argument. Do you want the
I-
wand back?
Look, Mr. Volo, I know we kind of overstepped here, but we only mean the best for you. We want to help you, and you are kind of not sharing the information which would allow us to help you. If
Well, I must admit, I do not like being made a fool of.
Oh, we weren't
Master
making a fool of
Wizard,
you. We were honestly just interested.
Master
We-
Wizard, I have a question. What is the
Yes.
Never Ember Enigma, and why is that a great concern to you?
Well,
I remember you kind of like as soon as we mentioned that name, you kind of jumped up, pulled out
and he
your
says,
wand.
enough about these secrets and puzzles and all that stuff. I am not going to divulge any more information. You've treated me like a fool. Yes.
Listen,
I love your
then.
mustache, by the way.
And he kind of like melts a little bit.
And here's how this is gonna go, Volo.
Come on.
Okay, you've given us all this information, and you could go out and find someone else and give them all the information. Maybe they're nicer. They're probably less effective, but maybe they're nicer. Or you could let us do it. And here's the thing: if you don't let us do it, I'm afraid that information might find it into a couple of songs. I mean, I can't say anything for myself, but Three Strings over there, he eats up everything I say. As he should. I mean, I have great stories. So it's not a threat. It's just more like I have loose lips when I'm not on someone's payroll. You understand?
And
I'd like to roll an intimidation.
Yeah. Yep.
secondary to that, you can also consider if we've been this thorough with you, think about how thorough we'll be with everyone else to figure out which saloon won.
Sorry, I was rolling for
Wait, what?
performance. Or sorry, what was I rolling?
Intimidation.
Intimidation. Think about
Sorry,
how
my
thorough
brain
we'll
is
be
not
with getting
That's
Floon back.
That's a 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you see that his expression changed from anger to desperation.
Don't be desperate, it's fine. But like, we're here to help, okay? And you're making it very, very difficult for me to help you. So, let's start again. You're a wonderful man who owns his mustache, and we love that for you. And you've got two friends, one of whom you don't know very much about, it seems, other than his father's got an enigma, which we'd love to know a little bit more about. And you've got one that's gone missing and also has a secret wife. So give us some more instructions about how we're going to solve this for you. And once we do, and we get paid, all is well. All is well. It's a good transactional relationship. Okay, chap? And I'm going to slap him on the back.
As you slap him on the back, he kind of recoils into like, as like playing with his fingers, and he looks down and he says, "You expect me to pay you after that?"
Naturally. I don't do this for free.
Look, we're finding the information we need to achieve the goal you've set out. You want us to be able to achieve finding Floon, don't you? We need the tools to be able to do so.
And he says, "I must admit that this is blackmail."
Yes, I do believe it is.
You're
Yes.
not wrong.
Blackmail, think of it like this. Excellent way to start a story, okay? And you're quite the author, okay? Why don't you write it up? Make it a beautiful story. Get into something that's a little bit more interesting compared to your usual topics.
And he says, I will say that my topics are as interesting as my readers have found them, and they are enraptured by my words.
That one really
sure they
is.
are.
He has been since we were really, really young.
I do not read book, but
And he kind of like begins to like appeal to you desperately. Like he goes to he like stretches out his hand towards you and he says, "Please, would you just help me? Help your fabled author, your mentor."
I sort of look around I'm a bit flattered that he's actually reaching out to me.
Yes.
Well, see, I guess we could, offer our help. He doesn't get in trouble.
Sage hands Basil the wand. And it's like, as you wish.
So I sort of look. I think they're a good crew, right? The one over there, he lives. He's worked in the dock district, and if anyone's gonna find your friend Floon, it's gonna be him. And this is Sune, and everyone knows Sune, and everyone loves Sune. And I can assure you that we have your best interest in mind, so please give us a shot. I say, and I sort of slowly hand the wand back.
He yoinks it from your hands. As he begins to like protectively just like hold it close to his chest. And he takes a breather as he looks around you all, and he says, "Very well. I will go along with your blackmail only if you allow me to pay you less."
How about this? You write an excellent story and circulate it in the papers about my victory when it's done, and then we'll take half pay.
Yeah, I said to Sage, we don't really need the pay right now, do we? We just
Well,
I mean, okay, Basil, consider money better. Helps us achieve our goals in life. You can buy more books.
I do not disclose more about Neverember's enigma. And with that, I will certainly, you can certainly offer your services to me for half pay. Yes.
And you'll write something for the paper.
Yes.
Excellent. I spit on my hand and offer it to him.
Now,
is
please.
that a city folk kind of thing? I spit on my hand, expecting me.
Basil, no.
I
Your
whisper over my shoulder, it's a power move. Power move.
Well, I will show you power. And he like conjures up a mage hand
Basil, did you give his wand back?
that begins to shake your hand. Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed all
I
right.
wipe my hand on Aiton's tunic.
Oh my god. And I kind of brush it off. Stop.
I'm sorry, I didn't brush my teeth this morning, so I didn't want it on my own clothes. Anyway.
Well, that will be all then.
Master
Very
Wizard,
well.
one final question. You said half pay. How much money that would be in exact terms?
Well, I was going to offer you 10 gold up front, with a total of 100 for each of you. But now it will be 5 up front and 50 in total.
5 gold pieces.
Right, up
Very
front.
well. I think we
For
take
each of
it. I think that sounds just fine to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do it. Okay. Goodbye, Volo. Go and have a wonderful evening. I hope you can find a new sugar baby, just in case this one's dead. Anyway, let's go,
Perhaps
team.
you could meet
Round
up
up.
with Floon's wife and talk about that relationship and see what you've missed.
I'm so sorry for them. So sorry. Please don't hate me.
Basil, stop. You don't need to
my-
impress him.
He kind of like crosses his arms as he looks at you with like a very obvious air of disappointment.
No, like honestly, go talk to the dude's wife. Learn
Wait.
about him.
Is he looking at me or is he looking at?
No, at Basil.
Oh.
At Basil, yeah.
Okay.
And he says, "I thought you would make me proud." And he begins to just walk away from the tavern, like towards the entrance.
Basil's fine.
I look
Fine.
sort of
If
just
Basil?
sadder than before.
My
Basil,
dearest friend.
if he's mean to you, he's not worth your time. Remember, we're working on self-esteem.
I sort of walk
Okay.
away with it.
And with that, we'll just take a small break. We'll take like a 5-minute break. And then we'll come back and then we'll end at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Is it 9 o'clock? Yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are back with Ready, Set, Save, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Our friends have just received a job from the esteemed author, Volo Gedarm, to go and find his friend, his lost friend, Floon.
So who exactly was he? I mean, he said he was a master wizard, right?
Oh, Volo is nerdy.
You
He's a
can make a
nerdy
history check.
author. He's a nerdy
Have you
author.
guys? No. Have you guys heard of Waterdeep? I
I
sort
mean,
of rummage
yes.
through my bag and I take out this book. He's this master wizard who's traveled all around the Forgotten Realms and Sword Coast. He knows. He's the #1 mind talking about monsters here. I hold up that book exactly without the
Look,
logo.
Look, he's the nerdy author my brother likes. I don't,
He's very powerful.
shh, I don't, think that either of you would know who he is. So I think we're good.
Oh,
Make
So
a
I tr-
history check with advantage, Basil.
Okay, yeah. Amazing.
I got a
Sage is
0
like
in my history
actively
check.
trying to convince you two that this dude is like a nobody.
One is a natural 1 and the other 12.
Oh, just a 12? Okay.
Just 12.
Yeah. I mean, you've read his stuff. You think that actually, like, during the course of like one of your readings of his books, like it seemed to just like devolve into like an argument between one person and another, and I guess they just forgot to edit that out. It was probably like between him and his editor. And you heard the term Elminster being thrown around, basically. Yeah.
His writing's a bit strange, and he does refer to many other powerful wizards, but there's no way a person who is able to divulge such important information isn't powerful himself, right?
I
do
mean,
not
look,
know.
Basil, I could take his wand out of his hand. That says something.
Maybe he was letting us? I don't know. I'm more surprised, and he turns towards you, Sunny, that you are the unmasked lord,
Yeah.
and you are amongst our midst.
It's not like I've been, hiding it. I mean, what? I mean, I guess 4 weeks? No, that can't be true. It must be like 2 months after I got appointed. I just sort of let it slip, I mean, I'm of the people, for the people. Why can't I just be, known by the people? That seems important to me.
Aren't you a bit afraid that whatever got to them will get to you as well?
Got to who?
The others,
Other.
the ones that got
Other
assassinated.
assholes? Well, listen, Lovey, okay? It seems like you don't know a lot about politics, and that's fine, okay? I get it, common people and whatnot. But all I'm trying to say is it doesn't really matter, does it? Because I am a folk hero. Who the fuck is going to come after me? Did you think about that? You kill me, you're public enemy number 1.
You know,
I kill other people, I'm, public lover number 1.
a lot of folk heroes become folk heroes after they die.
You
Yeah,
think the
but
public loves you? I don't think so. I don't
I
think.
think they do. Did you not see how many babies they asked me to kiss today? It's less
No.
than normal,
These are wrong.
granted.
I don't follow you around.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe you should, okay? I could use more groupies, actually. It's getting tiring just, like, having sex with the same, 12 of them all the time. It's just not enough. It's not enough variety, Anyway.
Sage, like, looks at Basil and looks up and down. It's like, no.
Well, just because you don't like very tall men, okay? I'm very tall in my culture, thank you very much. Just because
Sage
you
is,
don't like very tall men,
looking over you. She's like 5'8". She's like,
I am 4'11" with my 3-inch heels, which are in fact not heels, they're riding boots, thank you very much. Just because you don't like short men, okay, by your standards, not that I'm that short, doesn't mean other people don't, okay?
just
I'm very
because-
heroic.
and just because you call them riding boots doesn't mean they aren't still heels.
I don't think we should easy there, say.
All right. Can we get to our task at hand? I think
For anyone
Volo-
wondering, Volo was about the same height as Sunni. He's a short man.
That
But
explains a lot.
I don't have a gross mustache, so let's talk about that,
Fabulous.
can't we?
Well, did he call Floon tall? So now I'm just like, is that relative to his own height? Though?
I'm sorry. I'm imagining Fluent as Ed Sheeran now. I just can't.
Floon is Ed Sheeran confirmed.
Volo's just looking for Ed Sheeran, man.
Okay, so as a party then, do we want to, like... I need a short rest and then I get my spell slot back.
Average
Sure.
warlock.
I will take a short rest because I want my hit points back.
Yeah, if you want to just take a short rest within the tavern, have some drinks,
Great.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
cool off a bit.
I guess I
Okay.
will talk to
I roll my hit die.
what's his name? Jalester?
Yeah, Jalister, he joins
Jalister.
you on your short rest.
Yeah.
Does 3
I saw-
Strange join us?
Three Strings does not. He's not. He's just been playing with the lively band.
Oh.
I sort of turn to Jalster while the others are resting.
Me
It's been a
too.
while, old friend. What? You look a bit more worried of late. Is everything all right?
I will say he looked just as worried as
He always
does
is.
now. He's always like this. Yeah.
I mean, you still look worried. Is everything all right?
Yeah, sure. And he says, oh, yeah, of course.
Listen, I don't think you know this, Basil, but Jallister is in his sad boy era, and it looks phenomenal on him, okay? Hot and brooding. That's pretty sexy. I wouldn't be surprised if he got snatched up, you know? So he's doing okay. You don't have
sure
Jallister's
he
been
has
in
a
his
what?
he's been in his sad boy era for like a variety of years now.
And in kind of like an out of character move, it feels like you like triggered some kind of switch in Jallister,
Oh,
Suni, as he just turns to you and enraged, he says, "Do you always have to be so rude?"
Yeah, do you, Sage?
No, that wasn't towards me. That was you, my friend.
I sort of like quickly shook my hand, suddenly seeing Jalster.
You're
I said
fine.
it to you. I
And
don't
he
know
says-
what to tell you.
He says, "Fuck this," and he throws his arms up and just walks away.
Hey,
Jallister,
wait,
the-
we needed to
Bye.
talk to you.
Jallister, the letter you sent me. What was
No,
that
no.
about?
Yeah,
I
you
feel
sent
like-
a letter. Wait, you got a letter?
Yes, I got a letter from Jester.
Did you?
Jallister.
Suni,
Yes.
did you get a
I got a letter that just said, "Hey, I've got a quest for you."
letter?
Imagine how many you guys are really into this letter.
We all got
It's-
letters.
You never received post? Is that like a poor people thing?
And he says, "Yes, look, the information that I was going to provide to you, that was conditional. If you worked with Volo, you would receive it."
Oh, we're doing that.
Oh, we are working with Waller,
No,
right?
you are not.
Yes, we
You
are.
are not working with Volo. You are strangling him in chains and carrying him around.
Can I
Basically.
do a perception
It's
check
still
or
working.
something?
Hmm?
I didn't, because my letter didn't have anything in it that like I needed to talk to Jallister about. So like, is
Oh,
there?
yeah.
can I do, like, a
Yours
perception
was-
check or like.
Yours was the exception. You know that it was the
Okay, so
exception.
like without rolling a perception check, I know that something's weird about all of their letters.
Yeah.
Look,
I-
Jallister, no,
Jallister.
we're working with him. Whether or not there's blackmail involved, we're still working with him. He's paying us. We're doing a service.
Jallister, I think you should have a drink. I think it'll calm you down.
Do you like hold it out to him?
Yes.
Have I had my
He-
short
We're
rest?
making him
He
an alcoholic.
slaps it out of your hand and he says, "Fuck your drink." Just,
Okay. Okay.
Have I had
Oh.
my short rest?
huh?
Have I had my short rest?
You have not had it yet. This is just in the middle of it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna hold the other two back. Maybe Jalster needs some time. Look, Jalster.
No.
I've never seen Jallister like
he's-
this.
It's
Like
okay.
he's covered in sweat, and maybe tears, as he's just like walking away from you guys towards like the exit.
Jallister,
He's
it's
just like,
okay. We're sorry about Volo. We're sorry. We're still working with him. We're going to do what he wants. We'll probably be nicer to him the next time we see him.
Listen, Jallister, love.
he's not turning his back. He's
No,
like turning around.
Can I
hear you.
call for
I'm
the
gonna-
maid?
Can I take my feline agility maybe and like double my movement so that I can get in front of him?
Sure. Yeah.
Jallister, listen, it's been a misunderstanding. You know me, I love a good joke. I love a good joke. It has nothing to do with you. You're such a wonderful man, okay? And truly, genuinely, deeply, I appreciate that you reached out to me. And I really appreciate it. If I'm gonna have to work with these guys, you gotta let me know, like, what's the hook? I mean, I'm here for you. And I know I'm a bit much, okay? I know, I've been told, okay? But I truly do care about you. That's why I showed up, Jallister. And as much as I like to joke about your sad boy era, okay, just like I like to joke about my own height, it's just a joke. I didn't mean it, okay? I'll be better about it in future. I didn't know it hurt you so much. Can I roll like a persuasion?
Yeah. Sure.
Then
You got a party face.
21.
Okay. I was thinking of a comeback, but he's not going to say it. And he says, he just slowly like nods his head, kind of like in a pouty manner, and he says, just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. You want to know what you get out of this? I already told you. You get to rescue a famous a person of significance.
Yes, and I love to rescue people of significance, Jallister. And you know what? Listen, I know that normally you buy me a drink, but just this once, let me sit down and buy you a drink, okay? I mean, that man Volo, he just gave us 5 gold pieces. I'm happy to spend most of it on you. I mean, we've been old friends, and I haven't been a good friend. And I know that, okay? I understand. We don't even have to work with these guys right away, okay? Like, we know that we'll meet. Why don't we meet again in an hour? Bye-bye. You know, leave. Just Jallister, sit down, talk to me. I'd love to know what's going on in your area, okay?
And
It's
he
been
says,
so long since we caught up.
he says, Suni, I just want to be alone. Please.
Okay. Well, here's 1 gold piece then, because I know you don't love company all the time, and I know I'm a lot. But here's 1 gold piece.
Keep your charity
Keep your
money
salary.
to yourself.
Fine. Fine. I'll give you my charity money later then.
I don't want it.
That's the whole point of charity, Jallister. You give it to people who don't know what the fuck they want.
Can I go now?
Yes, fine. Just know that I love you or whatever. Bye-bye, Jallister.
He just nods and exits.
Can I call for Bonnie?
Yeah.
So Bonnie, so I look at the rest of the party. So what was that tavern in the dark ward Volo was talking
Skewered
about?
dragon?
And she says softly, I don't know what you were talking about. I wasn't listening.
But have you heard of that tavern? Like, I feel like you would know a lot of things.
Do you just name the tavern? You name the tavern?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was
Skewered dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon. Yeah.
She gives you a direction.
Okay.
Sweet.
The direction is, let me find it. I cannot find it at this moment, but she does give you a direction. She gives you an intersection.
I see.
Oh, there we
By
go.
the way,
Net Street and Fillet Lane in the dock ward.
interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, Bonnie, do you think there's anything interesting going on aside from what happened in the last, let's say, an hour or two?
Interesting. And she actually kind of like does a quick glance at Sage, before she says, "No."
Interesting. Why did you? Do I notice the quick look?
I like narrow my eyes
Sure.
at her.
Yeah, you do.
I'm like,
What was that quick look about? Why are you looking at Sage? I presume that was your name, right? And you were Basil. Or was it the reverse?
No, you're right.
Sage.
You're right.
Basil. Easy to
I see.
remember.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. What look? This look?
Oh, darling, lovey. Listen, look at me, okay? Look directly into my eyes, okay? You do great work here. And we know you do great work here. Okay, we really do. And I'm a folk hero. If there's something you're worried about, you have to what? Come and talk to me. We're not scared of death. We're scared of some uninteresting life. Okay? So if there's something going on, I'm happy to, casually walk over to the bathroom, meet you there. You can tell me all about it. Okay?
There's nothing wrong. I love being in the yawning portal. I love my stay at Waterdeep. Everyone's been so kind.
There's no way you can love it all that much, okay? If there's something wrong, we talk to me. We've talked about this, okay? I mean, not you and me specifically, but me and the population at large. I mean, at this point, I'm a masked lord, okay? There's something I can do about it, I'm sure. Come, whisper it in my ear. Can I persuade her to let me know?
Sure. Yeah.
No, I can't. No, I definitely can't. Unless a chew. Does a chew do it?
No, she She kind of just nods her head and shakes her head, and she says, I don't see there being a point. I'm sorry.
Okay. Listen, I understand, but you can find me anytime if you decide that there is a point to it after all.
Of course, I'll talk to you, if I need you.
I understand.
She kind of acknowledges like that you're basically just a stranger to her, and she kind of.
Famous stranger, though. Has she considered that?
Huh? Sorry. What is a stranger?
A famous stranger,
Oh, a
though.
famous stranger. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. She just continues to just shake her head as she walks away.
Okay. And we're gonna be taking the rest of this time, just taking a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Around this time, Basil's gonna reach into his bag, and there are a couple of like loose paper just hanging around, and he just quickly catches one. And while everyone's drinking and talking, he's gonna start folding this paper, and he's gonna fold it legs back and forms a small paper frog.
Okay.
And then he's gonna write sorry with a sad smiley face.
Okay.
A sad face, and then I sort of go to Durnan.
Durnan, yeah.
Yes, Durnan, right?
Yeah.
And like, I'll slip him. I say, Barkeep, could you give this to Jalster when he comes? And I slip a silver piece along with that.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, and he just like handles it, not with a lot of care, because he just shoves it in his pocket.
Okay. Well.
I turn to Sage. Frogs make people happy.
Frogs make you happy.
No, they make everyone happy.
Uh-huh.
Ask Helga.
All right. So you guys finish your short rest. And well, do you guys exit the tavern, or is there anything else that you want to do?
I guess I would go to Yagra. I guess like by myself, preferably.
Sure.
Just
What do you say?
so. Can we set up a meeting with the man?
Oh. Well, you've certainly shown me that you're something in battle.
I look like on the other side. I feel like that was not a really good representation of what I can do, but I
Look,
can do a lot more than.
Buddy, you're my buddy. You're my friend. If anything, you're my family. We're a family.
We are.
I'll get you set up with a big man.
All right.
Yeah.
Just you know how to get to me, I guess.
Of course.
All right.
How's 2 days from now?
That sounds perfect.
And around this time, 6 p.m.
Sounds good.
Great.
And then I joined back the party, and then I look to everybody. All right, I'm back. Can we? I think we should.
Telling an exploit that like is just it has to be exaggerated. Like you're looking at it and you're like, I don't think I've ever seen a 90-foot tall troll. But that's how I'm telling it. And he was massive, but you have to understand, trolls kind of flammable. And so I just lit him on fire with a little candle, and that was that. He was gone. Big exploits, saved the princess all by myself. And 3 Strings wrote a song about it. 3 Strings, come here.
Right.
I love you, 3 Strings. Say watermelon for them. Say
watermelon.
Yeah, isn't that so good? Anyway, can you sing that song about me and the 90-foot troll? Do you remember that?
And he says, "Oh, how could I forget?"
Great. You sing that in the background, and I am going to tell these people the story again with the background music. So,
I think I'm looking through the Volo's Guide to Monsters book. I'm like, trolls.
As he's playing, he gives you bardic inspiration.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does
How's
that
this-
expire at any point?
I think it expires like till the end of your long rest, I believe. Like till
It's 10 minutes.
It's
It's 10
10
minutes.
Oh, it's just 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a minute.
Let's just make this one longer. It'll
Okay.
expire like an hour.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
do
are
that.
there still
The
other
three-string
people in
special.
this bar?
Sorry?
Are there still other patrons in this bar?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be gather round, lovies. I'm gonna tell the story of me and the 90-foot troll.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try and like bring them all closer and like tell the story like really animatedly. And I'm gonna get up on the table and like slash my rapier around a little bit. And in the background, I want 3 strings will be playing the music of like the story.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah,
Do you want to roll performance with like advantage from 3 strings helping you out here? And you can actually use the bardic inspiration if you want to.
That's
So you can add it
so
to your
advantage and bardic inspiration.
yeah. So let's say that it's a D8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't
you wanna
want to
add
listen to this. I'm gonna head out of the yawning portal. I'm just
Okay.
gonna head out. Maybe get a pack of cigarettes. I guess I have some, and just like light it up and start smoking outside.
That is a 25.
It'd be like
Advantage.
a pipe. Sorry?
Yeah.
25
With the bardic inspiration and advantage?
with the bardic inspiration, yeah.
And advantage?
And advantage. Yeah, I got a 15, a 9, and then I only rolled
Okay. Yeah, that's
a 5
fine.
on.
Okay. So yeah, no, you notice that they seem to be very enraptured and they just like have their hands like on their chin.
As
They're just you know.
as Walid's character leaves and as Sunny is enthralled in telling this story, can I
Yes.
signal Bonnie to come back over?
She as soon as you do that, she kind of rolls her eyes and begrudgingly trudges over towards you. Yes.
Hi. What
Hi.
do you know?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
You kept
do I know
looking
what?
at me. Why? I put my brother in front of me, yet you keep looking at me anyways. Why?
I don't know. Some people, I just look at them and they don't like it.
What does it mean? What does it normally mean? What does it...
It doesn't mean anything.
You say that, yet I somehow don't believe it.
And he says, "Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I must go. I'm sorry." She begins to leave
Okay.
again.
So I've told my story, and I'm gonna go, okay, guys, wrapping it up. We're leaving. We're going out. Best time to do things, always at night. You all have dark vision, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's go. And I'm gonna start marching out of the pub, and I don't know where I'm going. I have
Okay.
You don't.
concept of it. But I get to the pub, and I go, left, right.
I'm
Right,
smoking, and then I like get out my just how do I say it? What is the word for it? Just puff
You're
out my.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just throw it under. It's a pipe, anyways. Just anyways.
Yeah.
This way, and since I kind of know the directions, I think you can follow me. I know where Dockward this place is now
Yeah.
that I know the address.
Quickly.
And Suni, as you were looking around, well, actually, Sage, do you want to say something?
Quickly,
before I say-
Sage, as you guys start to walk away, slips back into the bar and puts a black rose on the bar and walks
Oh,
back
okay.
out and seems to regenerate back into the grouping of flowers that she has.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then she joins the rest.
As you go up to the bar, you do see a newspaper with several headlines. Would you like to read them?
For sure. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Headlines.
Casualties and carnage as Xanathar raids fifth Zentarim warehouse in bloody gang war. Quote, there was a tumor on the side of his face. Harrowing account of Xanathar Guild abduction. And then the last one is living scarecrows rampage Undercliff.
Okay.
Yeah. Undercliff, you recognize it as just like a village, very close to Waterdeep, just in its outskirts. And Suni, as you look around, you see the surrounding ward, and you know it to be the castle ward. And so, you know what? I'm gonna give you the description next time. Yeah. So as you look around, you see the castle ward in all its splendor, and I'm gonna describe it to you first thing next session.
Amazing.
Okay, well, tune in next time as we continue the search for Floon.
Ed Sheeran.
Or
Okay.
not. We can
All
only
right.
go on a
Bye,
tangent.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.